Hello, I'm the Gaming Spectre 71 and welcome to my video. I am here to talk about, well, gold. Now, gold in Paladins is, I guess you can say, is the closest thing to progress that you can make in the game. Basically, the way you make progress in this game is you play games, you gain gold, and you use that gold to unlock characters. Pretty much the only thing that you will want to focus on unlocking when you start the Paladins game. After all, you only start with a few specific characters and you want to expand your roster to acquire more characters. And to collect gold, you basically play games, and depending on your performance and whether you win or not, you gain gold. Now, something that I have noticed that in the beginning, when I was playing, is when I was playing in the beginning, I chose a character and I would be doing progress and I would be actually fighting even against the bots in just training while trying to figure out how the game works and try to have some fun. And dependingly, you would still get gold and you could still make progress just by playing against bots or even with bots. And I found that quite interesting because if I want a relaxing game and I wanted to not just go into the like the intense gameplay that is the PvP all the time, I wanted to, play a game casually and still do some progress so I can acquire some new characters. Until I found out that once you cap your character's level to level 5 or 6, they no longer acquire gold at all. And you no longer make any progress, and you no longer acquire any gold by playing with bots or against bots or both. So at that point, I was really disappointed. It means that you are literally, once one of your characters has literally capped to a certain level, you won't be able to acquire any more gold with him, whether you play with allies, with players against bots, or with bots against bots. That is assuming you don't end up in a, unless of course you play casually and there's literally no one around to play with you, and you play with bots against bots. It's a casual match, so you will get some kind of coins, assumingly. I mean, it's not your fault that you haven't found you haven't found people, and that's actually I have actually been through that in the beginning. If you'll notice, one of my videos, I was doing a first time tank and I was literally playing with bots against bots. Now, as far as collecting other methods for collecting gold that I have noticed is that the way Paladins work, it has the same system as Smite did if you've played that game, which is the daily rewards login. So basically every day you log in, you will actually acquire a certain amount of gold per day. So in day 1 you will acquire up to 100 gold, in day 2 150, day 3 225, day 4 350, day 5 500. So, and then there is day 6, which you gain 15 crystals, and day 7, which you gain 35 crystals. Now, gold is basically supposedly a resource you acquire just by playing the game, while crystals is the kind of resource that you have to pay to acquire. Both are required in order to make progress, so you can unlock different characters. Now, something that you could be doing is you could be logging in, collect your login reward, and just leave, I guess, if you feel like it. And at the end of at the end of every of course that's like a week's login. So for a week, per week, you gain a total of 1,325 gold and 50 crystals. So it works very similar to how Smite used to do, in which case you have to play for, let's say, at least, I would say, a month while logging in consecutively in order to acquire enough coins or gold in order to be able to unlock a new character, which means that you have to, you don't have to play a game as far as I can tell, you just have to log in and collect the reward. So as long as you log in, collect a reward, then come back the next day to logging again to make consecutive logins, you will gain enough gold I guess within a month you will gain enough gold to unlock a new character. And that is only if you don't like playing with in PvP all the time, because I can really understand why you would not want to spend the whole time playing in PvP. It can be very frustrating. depending on what group you join in. Not everyone has like a a group of people ready to go at any time to play the game, and you still want to collect gold to acquire new characters because you want to play the game and have fun with it. So it's unlikely that you'll have a group of people at all times, full cooperation in a party to play the game. If you do, then lucky you. But not everyone is like that, and that includes me. And most of the games that I would play in casual or generally with people would be a random group, and you can never really, tell other people what to do. And even if you would, like, they either won't listen to you, and they, they have a right to do so, because, who are you to tell them what to do? Even if you're telling them to do what's right, they have the right to play the game the way they want to. So if you're looking for a group of people that actually cooperate and play the game, as you would say it's supposed to be, then it's a bit hard to find a group such as that. One big example is the group that I'm playing here. Most of my crew was actually all DPS characters except for me, who was the only tank. We had no healer, and I was dying as quick as, well, very, very quickly, as far quicker than I should have, since I am a tank. And this is just one example of what would happen when you join into a random group. And to experience this thing, it's not really fun. It kind of pushes you to the point where you want to win and you want to do good because you want the gold. You want to make progress. You want to unlock new characters. And when you're in a group where, no one is a healer and no one is a tank, it becomes difficult. And dependingly, obviously, dependingly, you will basically win depending on your group, depending on how good they are. I have noticed that you can win with all DPS if your group is good enough and the enemy is like bad enough. But that's not how you play the game. That's not teamwork. That's just people wanting to claim kills and eliminations. There's nothing fun about that. So collecting gold in competitive type of games is, well, only for the people who either don't care about losing or don't care about what group they're going to be stuck in, and just people who are basically like used to going into games and it's a gamble or whether they'll win or not. Unlike other people who want to have fun while still making progress, and since you no longer make progress once your character caps a certain level, then it becomes very similar to, at that point it's just it becomes a big similarity to Overwatch. You only make progress by playing against other people. You can't make progress by yourself on your own, which is a very bad thing. It kind of sucks. I was hoping that it would be kind of like Smite, where you could actually play either with people in co-op against bots and still make progress and still collect just enough gold to keep things going. That way it makes the logging even more I want to log in and play a few games just to increase the amount of time I take before I acquire a new character. And I would really like that if that was actually a thing. Of course, this is just the beginning. This is just the closed beta, so we don't know what the final project is going to be like. I'm hoping that it will allow us to make some progress with just playing either with people against bots and stuff. But yeah, this is just a small update to the gold situation. I hope you found this useful information, and I'm looking forward to see how the game ends up being in the end. I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.